This story is true, or mostly true. We've changed the names to protect the innocent and altered the locations to confuse anyone who thinks they remember what happened. If you grew up in a bleak, windswept town like Steinvik, you understand the rules. For the men here, you have 3 options: go to sea, go into computers, or something you weren't supposed to. Often, you do all 3. Our protagonist, RÓmari Bjorn, was a difficult infant, large and constantly restless. The medical solution at the time was a heavy, consistent diet of mashed fish and potatoes, designed specifically to silence him. In this environment, absurdity is the baseline. Before a child can even speak, the weather and the local industry have already dictated their fate. For Rómari's family, that fate was the ocean. His grandfather, Gudjon, spent his life reading the swell in the sky from the bridge of a vessel called the Sjóstjarnan. In 1973, Gudjon took the boat out. The Atlantic simply said, no thanks. The math of the disaster was absolute. 10 men on board, 0 survivors. 21 children were left fatherless in a single afternoon. The ocean is a generational antagonist. Growing up in its shadow meant Rómari faced a constant, unspoken pressure: either go to the water or find a way to outrun it. By his teens, Rómari was working a trawler with his father, Magnus Ern. It was a winter night, freezing, dark, and defined by an awkward silence over lobster sandwiches. That silence ended when the trawl wire snapped. Under immense tension, the entire line whipped out into the black water and vanished. On deck, the gear was gone. In the bridge, the ship's engines roared, and the entire electrical system, meters, computers, and grids, went dark. His father reacted to the physical danger outside, but Rómari ignored the ocean. Instead, he focused entirely on the frozen computer terminal inside the bridge, desperately trying to bring the entire system back to life. This was the pivot. While his ancestors fought the physical waves, Rómari quickly realized his ultimate survival would depend entirely on taming the unpredictable digital systems that were now steering the ship. This diagram illustrates how the skills of the bridge were translated into binary. On the left, a captain filters white noise and swell to find a navigable path. On the right, Rómari applies that same logic to system logs. He is looking for the same thing his grandfather was: a signal in the noise that keeps the ship from sinking. Eventually, Rómari left the sea for good. He pointed this data-driven methodology directly at his chaotic family history, creating the Book of Life. It is a digital database designed to process and categorize over 1,000 memories and historical records. Technology became his ultimate tool for Ór. If he could map the shipwrecks and the relocations into a logical architecture, he might finally make sense of a family legacy defined by random tragedy. By 2026, Rómari is no longer looking at the horizon. He is illuminated by the bright glow of a monitor, training an artificial intelligence model on the records he's collected. He is asking the machine to index the family's morbid history, the deaths, the weird health habits, and the constant moves. This logic tree shows the system's breaking point. Confronted with human life, the AI hallucinates. It invents medical diagnoses and speaks Greek. Every correction ends is arguing with his code, as it refuses to process his son's birth. The algorithm is proving to be just as stubborn and unpredictable as the ocean his grandfather sailed on 50 years ago. No algorithm can fully index the dark absurdity of the Icelandic experience. Rómari successfully avoided the freezing Atlantic Ocean, but he soon discovered that even the most advanced logic fails when it meets the reality of his own history.